Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Okay, so look, I have a lot on my mind. I feel like I need to get it all out. I want everybody to stay aware, and that is shifting our consciousness into what is actually true, right? Actual truth, not what we're hearing, not what we're seeing, because we're seeing a lot of false flags and distractions around us, right? So we may be focused on one thing over here, and then all of a sudden something shiny comes in, or somebody's talking about all of this, right? Then our focus comes over here. While this is still playing out, I want you guys to remember that a lot of this is still on the table, okay? Hunter Biden's laptop still on the table. Pelosi's laptop still on the table. But on one hand, it's like, I know that all of this is on the table, but then the other hand is like, the executions have already started, the tribunals and that kind of stuff have started over here. So they're going to cause this distraction. But remember, all this is still going on over here too. So I just want you to stay super aware of that, especially if you're still watching the mainstream. You know, if you're still watching that and relying on that, okay? Not just like catching up saying like, okay, I heard this, and this. Let me hear what they're saying, right? 1, let me hear what they're saying. 2, go underground, watch some of the content creators. What are they saying? And then start to put your puzzle piece together. Don't always just go, oh, mainstream. Yep, it's golden. You know, we can't do that because they have proven time and again that they can't be trusted, okay? They can't be trusted on many levels. I think once you guys start to realize how many levels there are and how many irons to the fire there are, you're going to be blown away. A lot of the people, even now, that are starting to realize that there's this bigger, if you will, spell, this magic spell that is on us, that was placed on us. Because I feel like at one time we did see it, or maybe we do see it, but it's kind of like, well, that's just too big. So like, I don't really want to be a part of that. Like, I kind of like my little peaceful house and we're on a little routine and that kind of stuff. But the bigger thing is if we're all fed up and we all stand up, then I just feel like we can take them down, because those people are a very small percentage that is crimes against humanity, and the humanity is us. So I want you to guys just to be super aware of what's going on, listen to what they're saying, but then also what are their actions? What are their patterns? What are their, like if this person's calling for violence and, wants to put violence in our street, like promoting it, right? Like they're promoting violence in our streets, making our streets unsafe. Although it's kind of funny to me that they don't walk those same streets, or they don't live on those same streets, or have businesses on those same streets, right? They may live in a totally different other county or state for that matter. It's just, I want you guys to be real aware of all of this, because you need to get the puzzle pieces and put them out and then really look at the picture. Really look at the picture, okay? I know it's scary, and sometimes people don't want to have to face reality, and I understand that completely. Trust me, I do. But on the other side, this is happening, okay? This is happening. No matter if you want to call me a conspiracy theorist or whatever you want to call me, that's fine. That's totally fine. I'm fine with that. Because I look for my truth, okay? I want to find the truth. I want to hear it from a couple people. I need to see pictures. I'm a good, visual kind of person. I like attention to detail. I want to see all of it. MSM only shows me a little bit of it, or what they want me to see of it. I'm not going to rely on that. That's like relying on the coworker that does that kind of shit. Only gives half the story, not the whole story. They stir up a little bit, stir the fucking office building completely, and then all of a sudden now wondering, oh my God, I don't understand why there's so much drama here. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You stirred the pot. They act new. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. What was it? Problem, reaction, solution, or something like that. Like, they create the problem, then they want our reaction, right? And they know how to work off of our emotions, okay? They know how to do that. They have mastered that. And then they want to give me the solution. Like, oh, well, I'll save you. No, don't be my savior when you just held me down. You know, when you just went through promoting people to come into my streets, my town, and burn it, right? No, don't act like my savior when you're the one that caused that. And that's what they're doing. Okay, but I need more people to wake up to realize that that's what they're doing. And I feel like once we start to realize that, again, there's more of us than there are of them. Okay, it's only a small percentage, and it's the same bloodline because they think they're better than us. Okay, that's not how that works, especially when it comes to God. We're all a collective. Apparently, they think that they're better than us, so they can treat us some type of way. But I hate to say it, y'all, it's we the people. It's not y'all and then us the people. You know, that's not how that works. So, you know, I just want you to be aware of that and stay conscious, stay vigilant, stay aware. You know, stay aware of the people that are around you. These are also the people around us, okay? There is a percentage, yes, that's controlling as far as our government, but it's the same kind of spirit that is in some of the people around us. Some may have the Jezebel spirit. Some may have the spirit of fear. You know, they're going out with 16 masks on them, and you're living in fear, okay? You have to be aware of that too. Like if you start to kind of go, ooh, I need to stay away, or ooh, that's a spirit of fear. Okay, you can be conscious and aware of, I need to maybe wash my hands once I do this, or I need to maybe do that once I do this, that kind of a thing. But on the flip side, you need to trust God. Trust that He is going to take care of you. And anything that comes in your storyline, essentially, you asked for. Okay, the manifestation, right? Laws of attraction. You signed a contract with God before you came down here and passed through your mom. You signed a contract with God that this is going to be the storyline. This is going to be the part that you play, the character that you play. We hear about this all the time as this shit is theatrics. It totally is. It's scripted, all of it, right? And they can set this up because they have Hollywood. They have a whole, you know, team. Everybody clap at this time. Let's put masks on at this time. And not this kind of mask. I'm talking this kind of mask where it ain't even that person. Are you able to discern that? Are you able to go, something's wrong, okay? This is not adding up. This is not right. Why is the president of the United States, this guy, why is he not at the White House? Huge flag to me. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. You know? Most people are not going to look for that knowledge, okay? Our job as like these these light workers that are here to lift the consciousness of the vibration of the earth, we're the ones that are going, read this, look at this, watch this. You know, people are under a spell. This is a spiritual warfare. If it is good versus bad, bad is going to also have tricks up their sleeve. Are you falling for it? You know, angelic beings are there on the other planes. Like even whenever we go to sleep at night, I'm pretty sure that my spirit is like, I'm ready. Let me go up and help y'all. You know, because I'm down here on the earth plane trying to help wake up people, trying to say, look, you guys have been indoctrinated. Bad. Like you're not even willing to look into something in fear that it may be true. You know, like I've given information to people and they just, they don't even open it. You know, things about Christianity, things about schooling systems, all this indoctrination, bloodlines, aliens. All of a sudden they're talking about aliens. We already knew that aliens existed. They lied to us. How many other things have they lied to us about? That's what I'm saying. All these things that are starting to trickle out, you're just forgiving. Oh, well, maybe they didn't want to talk about it at that time. No, they lied to you. They've kept crucial, huge technologies from us as humans. They've killed off people who have came up with technologies to help us. Isn't that a red flag to you? Doesn't that kind of scream like, well, you're not really for the people. So I feel like you don't need to be in the seat that is supposed to be helping us. that is supposed to allow us to grow, allow us to like reap the benefits of God's land. But it's kind of funny how the reptilians and the bad people, it's good or bad. Remember, good or bad. There's no gray. It's good or bad. So if you're not doing something that's good for humanity, then what's of that? That's Satan. Good or bad? God, Satan. There's not like this little like, well, no. Just like with abortion, drives me crazy. That's crazy. And if you actually go back and you link who started it, who's part of it, what they're doing within it, the amount of craziness that goes on in it, the amount of money that's shifted through that to benefit other evil people, all for God's child? God's child. They're doing this to a God's child. You know, like I wouldn't want to have to interface with God and say, yeah, I did that. Well, why'd you do that? Greed? I did that for greed. What? Like, no. There's some time in our life that we have to be held accountable, okay? We have to hold ourselves accountable too. We have to forgive. I understand that. But to let these people get off for the things that they have done, sexually abusing a child, you know, it almost makes me wonder if God is going to go, hey, do you remember back in 2020? Yes. Okay. COVID. Yeah. It was real, but it really wasn't real. These lying people kind of made it real, kind of made it a big thing. But did you stand up against them? Did you vote for the person that was pro-abortion? You know, like, I don't want to be, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be interfacing with God and ask that question. No, sir. I voted for Trump. I didn't want none of that because I knew biblically that was wrong. I knew biblically if everybody's perched up on Sunday and Wednesday, I knew biblically that was wrong. I don't care if he said some vulgar thing. What does he stand for? Is it biblical? Okay. I'll stand with him. You know, it's like, we're going over here. I don't want to be part of that. Well, then once I started to realize what part of that was, and I was becoming aware of what that was, and so many little things that were coming out that were just like, coincidence. I'm like, oh my God, get the tinfoil out. This is crazy. And then I had to almost forgive myself for like, you know what? I kind of wondered that. I kind of knew a lot of this, but I really didn't stand up for it. I really didn't go, you know what? Put me in, coach. Let me be a digital soldier. Let me stand up for these kids. You know, the kids that don't have a voice, that if God goes, hey, did you stand up? I can go, look at these. Sure did. I even got banned from TikTok. You know, it's like, I don't want to be on the other side of that. So that's where we have to be aware of even the people that are around us. It doesn't matter if they dress nice. It doesn't matter if they don't dress nice. Okay? We as a collective, one human race, are all God's kids. If you're saved, if you're anointed, if you're chosen, if there's purpose. Like, I feel like people miss their purpose. Sometimes it may just be a good human. Sometimes it may be to stand on the front lines and go, you ain't doing that. Not in this. You know, we need you. We need you to stand up. And all the other people that are just kind of sitting there going, oh, well, you know what? My Facebook picture looks so pretty, doesn't it? Is that what you're here for? Like, you know, like that, I don't know. I just feel like if you were really looking for your purpose, then you would try to find it. It kind of hurts my heart because it's like these kids. Like, once you dig into that and you jump down that rabbit hole, I was up for hours, hours in the morning, crying, hurting for myself because I'm like, did I know this? Do I feel like I knew this and I was blind? And I really didn't stand up for them. Like, I knew shit was going on, but I was just really happy with my little Facebook, you know, like, I don't know. Maybe God put like a, like, you need to stand up. You know, I don't know. Maybe that was it. But at that point, you gotta like let him lead you. There has to be a surrender. Like, let me do what I need to do for the highest and goodest of you. Goodest. I said goodest. That's not a word. It's Lee's word. You know, the highest good of everything. I feel like if we had that mentality and we stayed grounded within who we are and let that like ego and the spirit of Jezebel and all that shit, that's low dense energy. And it doesn't really get you anywhere. You may have harmed the person, right? You said some dumb shit and now you like attacked this person, their character. What does that actually do for you? If they're a weak person, it may cripple them for a couple days. Could send somebody overboard. People aren't as strong as you may think they are. Or you may have somebody that is strong that's like, and they'll come back at you. You just never know what you're going to get, but you shouldn't intentionally inflict some dumb